go live. A little bit right there. Okay. A little bit right there. All right, we got good connections. We are good to go. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Glow Show. Okay, what's happening? How's everybody doing? Welcome. We have a fun night planned tonight. All right, we should be good to go. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? All right. What's up? Okay, J-Dub. Oh boy. We are doing good. Okay. I think we're good. All right, we should be very live. Okay. What's up, Kevin's book? Thank you for the shout outs. Man, I can't see any of the chat. Why is that there? That's totally weird. I'm not seeing. Is it displaying? Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, can you be a mod? No, not right now. I don't have any mods available. Hi, Jojo. We are pretty full on mods. I appreciate you asking. Okay, so we are going to be making memorials. Okay, there we go. I will absolutely shout if you know that. We're all good. I appreciate everyone. So tonight we are making memorial marbles, or one memorial marble. Wow, this is refusing to break. I don't want to hear glass is fragile ever again. The spider goes right here. I don't leave home without it. It's like an American Express card for me. I don't leave home without it. All right, so we got to do memorial marble. It's going to fit into this angel wing like this, which is going to be pretty amazing. I have 2 different live streams going, yes. Yeah, I absolutely have 2 going. Oh, man, hold on. Thick. I need to find a different version of this. There we are. So tonight we are working dichroic glass, which is an amazing glass to work with. It is very, very finicky. So it does create a little bit of a problem every once in a while. It's a little bit finicky. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing fantastic. I did redo my entire camera setup on the YouTube horizontal, and I think it looks really good. All right, we're going to use this here. This is called dichroic glass. So this is a very, very shiny glass. It will turn into a very sparkly glass. So we're going to encase this whole thing in clear, and then we're going to twist it up. So this is all a flat surface with metal in it. And we're going to be able to take that and basically rip it apart like a paper shredder would. And it's going to just literally make it into infinite amounts of little sparkles like stars. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. I know it's late for you too. So I got a lot of different versions of the marbles out, so you can kind of see all the variations of what we can do. This one is going to be one that fits in that angel wing holder that you see front and center here, right there. And I like that piece because it is a nice marble holder, but it looks really good. It's not something that's just kind of bleh. Hold on 1 second. This part I have to focus on for a minute. This is imperative that I get it right. I might have just messed it up. That wouldn't be good. So this should look very, very shiny, okay? It should have a very nice reflective surface to it. I'm not 100% sure I got it right. It's there. What's up, Dale? Ow. Crap. Be here for a bit? Yeah, I do like the new stream. Let's see, I'll send you a screenshot. I think it's something you're going to want to know. Okay, Dusty, I got you. So anyway, we have this all set up. Are you going to send it via email? Okay, we're going to take this here. You can also message Dragonfly too. She has my cell phone. She can absolutely get me a quick message if it's something ultra important. Okay, here we go. We're going to shred this up. We're bringing it out. I'm not sure I didn't kill this one. I'm really afraid I did. I might have really boo-booed this. We're making a memorial marble, so this will contain ash from people or pets infused into it. So this one is a person. So this is a cremated remains of a person. We're going to be incorporating that ash into the memorial marble. Now this marble is really cool because it is designed to fit into this angel wing holder here, which I think it looks really good in that way. Let me switch screens here. I am having a hard time reading my chat here for some reason. It is not really. I am not seeing it very well. Because I just tried fixing my monitor and I ended up darkening it up too much. I can't see the chat all that well. Yeah, so we are making memorial marble. I don't know. Dragonfly should be pretty accessible. She might be able to message you in a different way. We'll have to figure that out. I got the Discord running, so we'll definitely be able to do a lot through Discord soon. You're there? Okay, Dragonfly. Dusty was asking how he could get a hold of you. So anyway. Because I don't have access to that one email. Yeah, definitely do glassblowing. I think I just messed this up though. What's up, Daisy Girl? How are ya? Scooby, thanks for the pumpkin. Daisy Girl, thanks for the Go Populars on TikTok. All right, let's see if this worked. I'm really afraid I muffled it up. Oh man, I hope I did. All right, this is not working. Oh my god. Technical difficulties all the time, man. I hate this. Bring that up and bring that back up. Okay, stop trying to do Windows Snap. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to try and bring it out. It has a little bit of color to it. I just don't know if it's working. Yeah, it's not looking. I don't see a lot of color in there. It should be very vibrant, and I just don't see it. Oh man, that sucks. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to be off screen for a second. I got to fix my monitor. I cannot read the chat. It's too goddamn dark. 1 second. Color correction looks good, but yeah. I'm hoping that does it. Yeah, I can definitely read that better. There we are. I tried to fix the whole thing. There we are. All right, we are good to go. All right, we got to fix this. I got to redo it. So again, on here, yeah, we'll be doing some glass blowing. I just had a complete problem. So this is called sparkle glass, dichroic. We got to turn it into a memorial. The one I just did, I completely messed it up. It did not work out that well. So I got to go in and fix it. Okay, we're going to take this here. So this is it here. This is an incredibly cool glass to work with. It just has its issues if you don't encase it correctly. It can 100% completely mess up where all the color disappears. And that's what I did previously. I encased this glass, but I got it too hot and burned the color out. It's pretty rare for me to do that, but it does happen. Okay, one more time over here. This is the side that's ultra important right here. I think I got this one. All right, we got to encase the sides all the way around. I'm going to show you this. You'll see it definitely got a little livelier right here. There. So this is the sparkle, pre-sparkle. You can see it gets very, very shiny. Has a nice color to it. We're going to take that, hopefully turn it into a nice, like, galaxy look right now. So here we go. You sing. I can't sing. I can't sing for diddly-do. I'm an actual terrible, terrible singer. I sound like a broken cow with, you know, its genitals stuck in a vice through a megaphone. Now I'm going to let you imagine what that sounds like. Okay, here we go. So hopefully, I think this one came out. I think we're good. If this worked, I'm going to be super happy. Oh my God, thank you so much. Jeff, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. You like the reels? Oh man, thank you for telling me. You know, sometimes it's really hard because you don't feel like you are doing anything positive. And it's really hard to go through that. So I appreciate the comment, Jeff. That's actually really cool. Okay, so here we go. I'm hoping this came out. Okay, so first things first, we got it this way. We're doing memorial marble. It should fit in that holder when I get done. Hopefully you see a little bit of a shimmer in this right now. I'm hoping. Yeah, that definitely has a shimmer. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Now we got some color. Okay, let me check this. Oh yeah, thank you, Dusty. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on that. Yeah, there's definitely a glare in there. No, we're making memorial marble, so nothing even close to that. I appreciate the nice setup comment. All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to use the marble mold a lot tonight. I did place it in an unusual spot for me. I don't like working with it here normally, but I wanted you all to be able to see the process of doing it. So I moved it, and I can move it around a little. For a couple streams, it's okay. So we're going to bring it out here. and get it a little bit flattened out, or rounded out, I should say. Okay, just a little bit right there, not push it too hard. Okay, we got some nice color transferring through it. So this should have a green and gold color to it. Should have a nice green and gold sparkle to it. It does have a nice, the light might be a little bright. So we got that one done. Next one, we're going to take over here, and we're going to do one more of those on here. That one's just garbage. So we're going to save this, because we're going to add one more of these to it, except it's going to be a totally different color combo. And then the next step will be adding the actual cremains or ash into the marble and then forming it up. So we have not gotten to that point yet, but we will be there very shortly. So this is going to get garaged in the kiln temporarily. Okay, I was trying a new playlist. I am not happy with this at the moment. Let's go to the old one. We're going to change it. There we go. Could you possibly send me an email, talk about the Suncatcher order? Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. 100%. All right, so we got to do another dichro on here. This one's going to be a green-pink version. So this has green and pink. And it should look pretty awesome. So this one is a little harder to encase because the glass is a tiny bit thinner. So here we go. Bring it down. Oh wow, this one's very bright. You will definitely see a sparkle in this one. It's kind of like a magenta green. So there we are. Hopefully y'all can see that kind of shimmer, that sparkly looking halo effect to it. I think it looks good. I don't know why my glasses are... I can read I think my glasses might be dirty or something. I can't see the chat all that well. It's sucking. Okay, so we're going to take that. We're going to twist it up. How long have I been doing memorials? Memorials about 10 years. I've been working with glass for 31. This is year number 31. January will be year number 32. So that's kind of freaking cool. That, you know, you could have something like this and do that for that long. All right, so next step is to, again, flatten this out just a touch. Now you should see a really good effect from this. Lower my volume down a little. Yeah, the dichro can't handle the heat that way. It's completely different. Dichro is a very, very funky material to work with. When I first started working with it, I burned up probably $1,000 worth of it. Learning to work it. It kind of sucked in that respect. So that part I was not happy about. It was an expensive learning process. All right, now we have some absolute stunning shimmer and sparkle to it. Can you guys see that? Let me know in chat if you can see it. Just type 1. It's hard for me to see the chat right now. I have no idea why. What do y'all think? If you see, type 1 if you can see it well, the color. It's really hard to pick up. And then we're going to use the light now, and hopefully you really get an effect right there. Yeah, that's not really. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So there it is. It definitely has some sparkle to it. It's there. Looks very clear. Okay. That's what I need to know. So I'm learning how to move the dichro into different camera angles so that y'all get a better perspective of it. I'm learning the whole thing. So I'm definitely not perfect, but I'm trying to get it better so all of you can see better. Better without the flashlight? Okay. Yeah, this is feedback that's very helpful, so I can make the stream a lot better. Always trying to make it look better, you know? Okay, so this is right there. It's a little bump of clear. We're going to fuse it to the other marble portion we just did. So this one here, we're going to combine them, and they should overlap with each other. So there should be 2 different levels of dichro in there. So multicolor, kind of like a rainbow of colors. They will just overlap on each other. Like this, and we're going to start pushing them together. Now those little tiny sparkles are so hard to see. I get it. We're going to end up using a lot of clear, and we're going to basically put a lot of clear onto the top portion of these marbles, these little spots. And it's going to act like a magnifying glass and actually magnify all the little dots in there. And that's what's going to make it stand out. So it's just going to magnify everything. And that's what I'm trying to shoot for here. This is like one of the, if not the hardest glass to photograph, and it's also one of the hardest glass effects to video. It's extremely difficult to get a good photo and a good video of this type. But when you see it in person, it's absolutely amazing. We're just going to modify it a little bit right here. Get it rounded out a tiny bit. And hopefully now you can start to see a little bit of color coming through. I'm going to kind of shimmer the angles down a little. You can definitely see some of it popping through now. Oh yeah, I can definitely do that one. See, yeah, there we go. That one definitely shows it. The side camera, I forget that it exists. That's like a new thing for me. Yeah, the side camera is kind of new, so I forget it's there. Jesus, nothing's breaking tonight. Everybody always wonders how fragile the glass is. I'm like, it's not. At all. All right. So this will eventually be the front, this side right here. This is where the ash is going to go. This is going to be the back end of it. We're going to grab the container that has the cremains in there, and we're going to infuse them in right now. I don't know if you can see any color through that end either. I'm hoping that it just kind of is popping out a little bit. How much sand makes glass? I don't know the exact ratio. Yeah, I'm not sure about the exact combination or ratio on that. It'd be something I should probably learn. Okay, so in this container right here, this contains the cremains or the ash from the person in here. A little bit, not a lot. They didn't send me a lot. So we have a little bit right in there. We're going to slowly start infusing that with the ash. And you don't want to do too much too fast. We're going to build it very slow in stages. Yep, dead guy, correct. You are correct. This is a person, not a pet. All right, so we're just going to pick up a little bit. You can see there we got a little bit on the end. The flame is going to change colors right now. Okay, and that is because the metals that are still existing in that ash are burning off. So cremation gets to a certain temperature. We're going double the temperature of cremation. So we are burning off more metal than what normally happens during the cremation process. So we're just bringing it in, picking it up, and you see the flame changes color. A little bit, kind of goes orangey red, a little more orangey red than normal. That is definitely a result of the metals that are still existing in the cremains. Pick it up there, watch. Okay, so there's the flame, here we go, and you see it get very red for a second, reddish pink. We're just building that in. We just layered in a little bit at a time, not too much at once. You don't want it to clump in there. You want to keep a nice, even, consistent flow of cremains. Okay, and again, pick it up and infuse it in. Again, we're blending it very, very gentle, mixing it in even. I'm trying to get it as even as possible. time here. I think that'll be as much as I can end up putting in it. I don't think I'm going to be able to add much more. Okay, that should be enough. Now, one of the things I do is I do take the cremains and I move them away. I do not want to have them floating around just in case a piece of glass falls, breaks off, or anything like that. I don't want it tipping that jar over. So that's one reason I move it very far away. Sometimes I put it to the behind me or something. Thank you for the jewels, by the way. The sprout, thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to kind of melt this in a little bit. Like that. Okay, we are going to have to remove this now. I'll pop this over here so you guys can still see it. So this is going to have to fit in there. Just park this right here. So I'm going to start test fitting right there. And that's what it's going to be held in with, is that one right there. Thank you for the jewels. Soze, thank you. Is that Soze? I hope so. I can read this way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I cannot. I think my glasses have fingerprints all over them. Everything's all messed up. Callie, how are you? Oh, I forgot to show you. So there is everything with the ash right there. You can see it on the side. All the cremains are built into it right there. It definitely has the cremains right there. We're going to park what's called a punty right there. We're going to burn it off here, and this is where we're going to magnify everything. We're going to magnify it out. So it's this amount of clear that I'm going to put on is going to act like a magnifying glass. It is going to enhance everything. And it's going to make it look 10 times better than what it would without. Got a nice clear rod right here. Actually, we can really see the sparkle. It's starting to come out. So there, you can kind of see that golden hue to it from the side angle. There. Yeah, we're done with the cremains. I just finished. Yes. Yeah, I just finished all the cremains in there. You can only add so much of it. If you add too many cremains in there, you're going to end up with a problem. It will end up cracking. It will end up malfunctioning. It just won't look good. Charge Nurse, what's up? How are you? It's nice to see people doing stuff. I agree. Bob Lazar lives. You and I can be friends. With a name like that, we can definitely be friends. Do I do repair work? No. I only repair my own stuff anymore. I've been burned too many times, no pun intended, with having to repair other people's stuff, and I don't know how someone built their item, and I've had to like remake an entire item because it wasn't made properly. When I put it in the kiln, it just falls apart. Or the color is not correct. So I just don't do anybody's repairs anymore. Now, if you buy an item from me and it gets broken and it is repairable, I don't charge for repairs. I just ask you to pay for shipping to and from. So if you buy an item from me and it gets broken, I have no problem fixing it. I just ask you pay the shipping fees. That's how confident I am in my work. But yeah, I've just had too many problems repairing other people's work. It's just always been a super, super hard thing to get right. Because there are instances where someone could use... So normally, I'll explain something that may make sense. So the glass that comes out of China, that is the colored glass is actually pretty good quality. It's not a problem. The clear glass that comes out of China is okay, but it's not perfect quality. And what happens is, as you start trying to repair the stuff out of China with the clear, it does something called devitrification, where it starts creating wrinkles because the quality isn't quite there. And that's where the problems lie. You end up having a super bad problem and a horrible time with it. So we're just checking there. Got a little bit of room. Can add some more. So that is the big problem, is you start trying to repair that. It's a serious problem. But the clear glass out of China, there is no issue with it. That actually works pretty well. The ashes could remain... I'm sorry, I gotta have to read the chat again. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my eyes, the screen, or I have like fingerprints over my glass. I cannot read the chat today. I don't know if the colors changed, something got changed on it. What the hell? It's normally not a problem. All right, so we got to add a lot more clear on here, magnify it up a little bit more so it fits in that angel wing holder. I'm just going to move one of these chats and see if it, on a different screen, if I can read it. Nope. It's got to be my glasses then. I bet you I got fingerprints on my damn glasses. How does adding clear magnify it? Well, it is just like a magnifying glass. Anytime you add, you know, if you've ever seen like a marble on a newspaper, a clear marble, and it magnifies the letters, same effect. Also works really cool for cameras. So if you got a camera and you put the marble, a clear marble, right up to the lens, it does some pretty wicked cool stuff. It's a photography ball, and some people call it a photography ball. Just makes some really cool effects with it. Especially on like the Samsung or an iPhone. Oh my God, you could do some wicked photographs with this stuff. You can have a lot of fun. All right, let me get this rounded out just a little bit, and I'm going to show you all where we're at with it. I'm pretty happy with the results so far. So I'm going to bring it out this way. I will use the side camera in just a second. Hopefully you can see that color coming through. Can you all see the color now? How it's kind of golden. There should be a little purple in it. We'll do the side camera this way. Yeah, that definitely shows up. Hopefully you see that golden color to it. I'm gonna bring the light way out here, and you can kind of see that green popping through now. It definitely has that cool shimmer to it. It's really bright. Starting to come in, yeah. And then this was the pen we did the other night. This is the glow-in-the-dark glass pen, uranium marble. This one has uranium in it, and then this is a full glow-in-the-dark marble. So this one actually glows in the dark. That's the new BoroGlow coming out with North Star. I did a deep encasement with it for the glass blowers that are in the channel. They know exactly why that's important. All right, that fits perfect in there. So that's what that's going to fit in right there. It's going to fit in that angel wing holder. I love that style. I think it looks good in there. So this is where it gets tricky. We are going to transfer it back and forth and get the attachment a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller so that we can eventually remove the punty rod from it. So this is how you remove this. JJ, thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. So this is how you remove the stick eventually from it. You're gonna see that if you hang around long enough. Shouldn't take too long. But it's one of the biggest, most common questions I get is how do you remove the stick eventually from the marble and keep it round? And you're going to see that. So we got that little bump right there. Then bring it out. Now the nice thing on YouTube, we are currently on YouTube streaming on there too, horizontally and vertically. The vertical is a good stream, but the horizontal stream has two cameras to it. There's a front-facing and a side-facing camera. So if you want to check it out from different views, you can definitely check out the YouTube. It looks really good. I'm working on the front camera. We're trying to perfect it a little bit more, but that one's taking a little bit more effort. I went from the Canon camera to the OBSpot. It's called an OBSpot Pale Air. So that's what I'm using on the horizontal tonight for the first time. I didn't tune it that much, meaning color correct it. So it's probably got a little bit of an issue, as Dusty had sent a message about, but I'll get it fixed eventually. We'll get it all fixed. What's up, Dumbo? How are ya? JJ, I really appreciate all the roses, man. They came busting through. Okay, so we're going to take this down and spin it up. So the next thing I am looking for in this is how to keep it super round. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. One of the things that you'll see me do here is looking around like this at it. What I'm watching are the reflections of the lights coming off the ceiling and the side. As I'm spinning it around, if the light is jumping up and down, I know that I have a wobble or imperfection in the marble. If it stays pretty smooth as I'm spinning it, then I know we're smooth. So the lights are really important to watch as I'm working this. I don't see any wobbles in here. I would show it to you. I really don't see any bad spots for it. Normally there is one, but tonight we're getting pretty lucky. And then you use the smaller molds over here, the smaller ports, to get it more and more round. So it shouldn't fit into the mold. It should fit on smaller sides and be able to spin pretty freely. All right, we got one more punty transfer, and we should be good. I don't think we need any more. It's pretty round on its own. I just don't see any flaws. So one last little punty transfer here. Okay, that is barely on there. I mean, it is barely attached. We're gonna let it dangle for a second. Check it out this way. And burn this one off. This is where it gets a little crazy. One bump the wrong way and this marble will fall right off the holding rod. Pull that little bump off right there. So one bad move and the thing falls off. It's not going to break it, it just sucks to run around picking up a 2,000 degree marble. Maybe in the front, I can show you temporarily. You can see the lights reflecting off the very front of this marble. And it has that wobble. Okay, we're going to come to the smaller one. It should just smoothly run in here. Notice the marble's not jumping up and down. It's not making any sounds doing that. That means we're pretty round. Right? We're within 0.5 millimeter of being completely round. That's pretty good tolerance. Ah, bastard. Ah. There's one little, I don't know, there's a dust flake, like a little piece of dust. I don't think anybody would ever spot it, but I know it's there. We're good. Yeah, that got rid of it. It's like a little dust flake or something got wedged in there. It's gone now, but I'm just double checking, make sure there's no others floating around. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, last view here with the light. Hopefully you all can see some of that color. I'm hoping it's definitely got some sparkle to it. There's a gold, green, and purple magenta running throughout it. It's definitely very, very shiny. Okay, so a lot of questions about how do you get the marble off of the stick and keep it round. Hi, Red Squeak, how are you? So these are made by Dragonfly Creation. She is a moderator on here. And they make these marble holders. They're amazing. If you're a glass blower and you don't have these, you are missing out. So you take this, you preheat those cups, pop it in, and spin around. Before I do that, I'm just going to do a double check, make sure. Yeah, we're good. Bring it in, and then this is it. Just a small attachment, and watch, barely tap. Off it comes. We're stuck with that little punty mark right there. So it's just a tiny, tiny little punty mark. We're going to use the flame here to just polish it out. Bring it over here. I'm going to adjust my torch just a little bit. Bring it down. So I think we're looking good. Hopefully you might be able to see the color bouncing through there with the darker background. I'll go from the side view. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it on the side camera. You can see that turquoise popping through. Holy crap, looks good. But yeah, hopefully you get a little bit of a shimmer running through it. It looks really good. Gonna let it settle for a second. Then I'm gonna pop it in the kiln so it does its tempering process. This is the side that has the cremains or the ashes in it. So that is how you remove that. Okay, I'm gonna take this 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can polish my lenses. Probably not the best way to polish, but hey. Can I read the chat any better? Not really. I must have changed the setting on here. It sucks. It's hard to see the chat. I appreciate all the cool comments. With my voice, I should be in radio. A lot of people say that. I don't know if I have a radio voice. I really don't. I don't think I do, but I appreciate it. All right, let me see if I can bring this chat down a little lower. Yeah, see, I see it so much better up there. I can read it up here better as far as the sizing, but I can't. The screen's off. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go off screen for just a second, and I'm going to try and adjust the monitor a little bit because this is just horrible. I want to read your chat. I want to see what everybody's saying, so give me 1 second to go through. I'm going to try and adjust it so I can see better. It's going to make some fan noise too. I'm so sorry. Oh wow, there you go. We are looking a lot better. Oh hell yeah! I can read chat now. Thank goodness. Okay, I can see everybody's messages. I apologize if I was ignoring everybody. Wasn't on purpose. This is 31 years. Now that I can read chat, it's much better. Ever made with a solar system? No, I've done Jupiter style. My big problem with the solar system stuff is I can't get Saturn down yet. I'm having a hard time with Saturn. That one is the one that is really bugging me. I got Jupiter down really well. But Saturn is a pain in the ass. It is not being friendly to me. So Saturn is my big problem. Is it a lightsaber? No. If it was a lightsaber, I'd be out doing naughty things with it. I'd be out, doing some bad stuff. But I will tell you, if you've ever used a welding torch, we'll get to making glass in just a second. I want to take a moment to say hi to everybody. Sitting here, shout out to him and Eugene. Okay. So this torch is what's called a surface mix. The gases are mixing as they exit the front of the torch, the surface, and they converge. So unlike a welding torch where the hot spot is right here, welding torch's hot spot. This one's up about 2 inches higher. And this comes through this way, and when they converge, they're fully mixed out here. Right here. What is my view on CFD? I have no idea what a CFD is. If you're asking, I have no idea. You'll have to spell it out. So that's what, but the beauty of this torch is you can grab it like this. Okay, this is not a normal torch. With surface mix, they cool themselves down. This particular one cools itself down. So if you've ever worked with a welding torch, you know how hot these things can get. But this does not do that. You can literally touch the side. It's actually pretty cold. But do not do that at home. I'm just going to emphasize, don't do that at home. We are making all kinds of different glass. So my stream is mostly about different production modes of glass. So we just finished a memorial glass, and that contained ash from a person in it. So we infused the ash into the person. Yeah, we definitely have some finished work right there. So this is one of my favorite marbles style. This is a uranium marble. This contains a lot of uranium glass, which we're going to do right now. Look at that. See how it glows under black light? I love uranium. This is a true glow in the dark right here. So this one glows in the dark. Uranium, super bright. This is more glow in the dark, and then more uranium. And then sometimes we create space effects. So this has little galaxies in it. And this one's a vortex. So little changes of stuff. Okay, we're going to make a weird marble right now. We're just going to fly off the seat of our pants and make a marble. We're actually going to do it off of tubing too. We're going to make some tubing. We're going to do some blown glass. We're going to kind of funky it up. If you guys are okay, we're going to funky it up. We're going to freehand it. We're just going to go funky. Y'all good with that? Yeah, cutting torches definitely get hot. This one doesn't. So this torch is actually ice cold right now. Believe it or not, the torch itself is super ice cold. It is not hot. Yeah, which is kind of crazy. We're going to do a marble. We're going to do funky. We're going to funky it up. We're going to do 2 different ways of the marble. Aren't you wasting a lot of gas? Yep, just to annoy you. Yeah, I'm wasting a lot of gas just to annoy you. Because you're the only one that matters in the world. That's on TikTok, sorry. Okay, here we go. So we're going to pull this down. We're going to do 2 versions. And we're going to actually incorporate both versions into one marble. So we're going to do it, one that's called an implosion. So we're going to blow a bubble, then we're going to add a bunch of little dots to it and implode that into it. Thank you, Red Squeak. You rock. Okay, so first things first, I have to kind of pull this little chunky butt off here. I put my water dish hella far away because I want you all to be able to see. I don't mind stretching. Do I make uranium glass? I have uranium glass. We're going to be working with uranium right now. Do I make uranium shot glass? I can add a little uranium into the shot glass. But honestly, there's a couple of people that make better shot glasses than me. If you are serious about having like a really cool shot glass, I can hook you up with those people. I don't mind making you one at all, but I always like to send you to someone that does a better job, and for the most part, I can make some really, really cool ones. But if you want a variety, they are your go-to people. Because one guy, that's all he pretty much makes is shot glasses. That's pretty much all he does. Okay, so what I did right there was that really hot spot, I kind of thickened this bubble up right there. Right there. I want it a little thicker so that as I go to make this piece, it doesn't fall down. It won't flop around. I need to keep it very, very solid. All the spheres in front of me are solid. Yes, they are all solid. Okay, so we're going to trim this up. So I'm going to show you multiple stages of how to do this stuff. All right, I have to do my TikTok thing. Hold on. All right. Don't want to get booted off again on TikTok. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to blow a bubble. Deadhead, good night, man. Have a good... Thank you so much. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Okay, so we're going to blow a bubble now. If you've never seen a marble made with tubing, this will be a good stream for you to watch. So we're going to do two methods for it. And the marbles will be solid. So it's kind of trippy watching how you can take tubes and make solid marbles. So I'm shrinking it down, making it a little bit thicker right now. And here we go. Now I'm not doing a big implosion, I'm just going to do a little one. Oh, yeah, we're making marbles, but we're doing it off of tubing. So I am showing the process of making a marble, which is a lot of fun, but we're going to start with tubing, and I'm going to show you how to convert a marble from a tube into a solid, or a tube into a solid marble. It's going to be a total trip. All right, we're going to take this little sparkly shimmer color, and we're just going to dot a few times like that. I'm not going to make it too organized because we're going to go kind of chaotic and just wild. Okay, that's enough. All right, so right now we got a bunch of dots rolling around on this tube. Okay, you can see them kind of in that way. First things first, we're going to start imploding this. So those dots are going to start coming into this tube. It's going to be a slow process. It's not going to be within the next 30 seconds. So it's going to take me a couple minutes to get this right. We're going to start melting it in. Blending those dots. First things first, I want to flatten this out now. First stage is to flatten this out. Like this. Get a little pat on the butt there. All right, so now we got all these dots, okay? You can hopefully see them, and we flattened that surface. And we're going to start kind of shrinking this down. And what's going to happen is that big circle is going to start shrinking into a tiny little, I'm going to say about a 5 or 6 millimeter, well, maybe a 10 millimeter size. So all those dots going all the way around are going to shrink down to about 10 millimeters. And that big circle of dots is going to shrink into a tiny little section. But what's happening is, as it's shrinking down, it's pushing into the tube. And it's creating what I call the sock method. So it's kind of like putting a sock on. It's reversing the color. And it'll start pushing it into the tube. Once it does that, it creates little spikes. So instead of dots, we're going to end up with kind of like little antennae. See, we just got a little bit thicker. I always like showing the process as we go through. So there are the dots. Oh, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate everybody subscribing. It's really cool for me. Someone's going to be my, I'm trying to get to 6,000 subscribers. So I'm eventually trying to get 100, but you know, we'll start small. Start small. Got to start somewhere, right? Food reviews? No. Honestly, if I was to do food reviews, they wouldn't let me in. They'd be like, oh no, you're too big. You eat too much. No free food for you. Be like, oh, hell no. All right, so again, we're flattening it out. I'm going to switch hands for just a minute because I got it a little off center here. And you just see what I'm doing. It just got completely wonky on me. Okay, so we're doing okay right now. Remember how big those dots were all the way around when we started? It's definitely shrunk down a little bit. This is also how you get little images into marbles. You blow a big ball, then you draw the image on the ball, and then you shrink that ball down into a small size, and it condenses everything. It's kind of like a how-to. I like showing that stuff so that everybody can appreciate what's actually in there. I'm not the best at implosions, but we're going to do it anyway. There's a guy on TikTok named Penthouse Pew. He's absolutely amazing. All right, so hopefully you can see we got it shrunk down a little bit. It still has a long way to go, but we're going to get there pretty fast now. So this is where it starts really imploding, putting all the dots into the inside of the tube. We're going to angle it down so the top part, the outer edge, starts folding down. Now the next version of what we're going to be doing is called an inside out. So we're going to take a tube, we're going to flare it open at the very end, we're going to open it, and then we're going to draw on the inside of the tube and start adding these little, I call them brain squiggles. We're just going to add these little squiggles, and they look like little brains actually in there. And it looks totally trippy when you do it right. Let me just fix this tiny little bit and I'll show you. Hopefully you can see it when it's done here. Just fix it a little bit. Okay, I'm hoping you can catch that variation of those. Can you see all those, what used to be little dots, and they look like little like flower tentacles or petals facing upward now? I'm hoping y'all can see that, where it just evolved into those little petals going up. Those are from little dots on the end of a bubble. And that is called an implosion. Okay, next step is we're going to take this off and we're going to remove it from the tube. All right, this part is hella cool. I never get bored of this. I never ever get bored of this. Can you put people filter over? Yeah, I can put a filter over in just a minute, but I don't run the filter all the time. So we're just gonna punty that up. This. Can I make a peacock? I don't know. I haven't made a peacock. The feathers kind of make me a little nervous about trying that. Okay. This is the next portion that I really like doing. How do you remove the solid glass from the tubing and keep it pretty even? This part never gets boring, right here. If you got another 30 seconds, you definitely want to stick around for it. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So that's how you remove the tubing from the marble. Trippy, right? Maybe use the... No, I don't think the implosion would work very good for the peacock. Okay, so this is my filter. Someone requested that we do the filter. So this is what my glasses look like as we're making this. I'll bring it down. So this is how my glasses react to the fire. You can definitely see into the fire. If I take it down a notch with the flame, you can definitely see the difference. Watch this. Shows the view there really well. Then from the side, oh my God, that one came out really good. On YouTube, the side view looks really good. Wow. Red Squeak, thank you for the shout outs. You rock, Red Squeak. The filter is called dididium glass. It's dididium. It's also known as ACE 202. So the next portion of what I have to do is I have to get rid of that little kind of bowl shape in the middle. I might try and trap an air bubble in there, like right on the center. I don't know yet. As I said, we're going to kind of fly by the seat of our pants and kind of just wing it. We're going totally Maverick on this. We are definitely going a little rogue on it. I'm going to bring it out and flatten it like that. So is anybody still here from when I did the bubble and put the dots on it? I know, talk to me, Goose. That's exactly what it is. We're going totally Maverick. Is anybody here for that when we did the bubble with the dots? I hope so, because you're about to see the result of it. Okay, here we go. So this is the result of those dots imploding into the tubing. I'll do the side view so that they can see it, but I'm going to shine a little light on it, and hopefully you get a really cool view of it. There. I'm going to face the camera. So now you can see all those little dots in there. Oh yeah, that definitely shows up. So it looks kind of like a little flower. Yeah, kind of like a little flower, exactly. Now there are several things you can do with that. You can actually take that little flower at the end, because it's still at the end right there, and you can twist it up and create a spiral in it. In fact, we should do that. We'll put a little spiral in it. Put a tiny little spiral at the end. We're not going to wreck it. We're just going to give it a little twist. Like I said, we're going to go completely Maverick tonight. Yeah, kind of like a daisy. Yeah, it definitely looked very much like a daisy. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we're going to heat up that section right there. And I'm going to heat it up, and I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to leave this one stationary and twist this, and it will make those little dots on the bottom spiral. But it won't mess with the top too much. It should, if anything, it should make it look better. They were just pulling it off. I'm cleaning it up right now. There. Oh, heck yeah. That looks wicked. So on the back here, you can see all those, you can see where I spiraled it up right there. From the, oh man, I should flip this around so you can see it. You'll see it. So now on the inside, instead of all those petals going down this way, it's spiraling like a corkscrew in it. I gotta show you. I wasn't going to take it out and show you, but we're going to do it anyway. I got nothing but time. And this is only one portion of the marble. I mean, we haven't even gone super complicated with it yet. This is definitely going to be a wild child. Maybe that's what we'll name it, the wild child. Yeah, it's going to be a little hard because it's very detailed in there, but there's a spiral running through the center of it now. That looks really good. Okay. So we're going to garage this in the kiln. Like that. We're going to grab some uranium stringer. We're going to have to make some uranium. We're actually going to use uranium and black. So we're going to create a little tiny latticino out of uranium and black. The uranium glass will glow super bright green. So that is uranium like that. Just like that, this right here. That's glow. So let's create a latticino real quick. Don't need a whole lot of it. Sounds like a coffee, right? Latticino. I got me some latticino. Okay, so basically it's one stripe on the glass all the way straight down, and then we're just going to take it and twist it out, kind of like a candy cane look. I'm just going to twist this up. And it's going to spiral that black around that uranium glass. And I think we're good right there. So now we have what's called the latticino. It's just a spiral stripe rod. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. It won't show the uranium while it's hot. Uranium while it's hot does not glow, but it definitely, you can see all that patterning in there. I'm going to set it off to the side. Come back to it here in a minute. This will work. Okay, so we're going to use this. I got to grab a tool. We're going to take this tube and we're going to flare it open. Okay? Going to have to actually use the big flame for this. So this is the bigger version of the flame. I like this one. This looks good. I love this flame. It's a little cold right now, so I could use a little bit of heat. Definitely need a little heat. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to flare this open, kind of like a funnel shape. Doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I don't care if it is. So we're going to be warping it anyway. I just need it opened up like that. Okay, so now we got it all opened up into kind of like a little funnel. Okay, next part, we're going to come through and we're going to take that latticino we made just a minute ago. Sorry. And we're going to put it on the inside here, drawing on the inside. Arizona, thank you for the jewels. Thank you. Can I make a chair? Baby chair, yeah. Like dollhouse size. Okay, here we go. So we're going to create these just random little lines in here. I call it brain waves. It really kind of looks like a little brain going on in here when we get it all condensed down. We're going to bring that out there, burn that off, come to the other side, do it again. We're just going random patterns. I don't really care what the end result of this portion will be. And one more this direction. So this part takes a little bit of practice. If you are a new glassblower and you try this for the first time, I highly suggest you wear gloves, because if you miss a little bit, that flame hits your finger and that sucks. It hurts. So now we are. Now we got all those little patterns in there. We're going to take some gold. We're going to gold fume the inside of it. And then we're going to add some dots in there with the gold. Ready? So on this is a tiny little bit of gold, I hope. Did the gold fall off? Okay, the gold fell off that one. Luckily I have gold on this one. All right, so pay attention to the color. Okay, here we go. We're going to change it. Okay, I'm going to change the flame a little bit and change that composition just a touch. There we go. So this is basically vaporizing pure gold into the glass. There we go. Wanted to get that purple effect to it. Now you can see it's all gold plated. Like that. Total trip, right? Has that gold fuming to it. Okay, the last step is we're going to encase that gold with tiny little dot spots. So we're just going to take some clear and implode some clear dots on there. Trapping that all in there. Okay, that's enough. So there is the last of a little bit of color in there. All right, now the trick is going to be shrinking this down. Hi, Mickey, how are you? And here we go. I am wearing special glasses, so my glasses have a filter like that. So they will definitely filter out all that bright light. You can't hold that too long or it causes a problem. All right, so now we have to shrink this down. And we're going to bring it all the way down. We're going to close this tube off, and then we're going to pull all the air out. And that's going to create all those little lines to condense onto each other, and we're going to get brain waves. Okay, now we're at next stage. I'm going to take this and close this tube off. We're going to completely close it off. Pull all those little ends into the center, all the little edges. Seal that tube off. Okay. So now we are left with all of that material on the inside of the tube. It's no longer on the outside, it's all on the inside. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the cool comments. I appreciate everybody. You're amazing. So now, normally you are blowing the glass out. This one, we're actually going to pull the air out. We're going to suck the air out of this tube. People always say, what happens if you inhale? You're about to see. You're going to see exactly what happens if you pull the air out. So we're going to do that right now. And boom. Just like that, we now have all those little laticinos and dots imploded all the way in. So this is just a different way of doing things. I'm hoping you all can see that picking it up. I'm going to go on the side view for a side camera. But yeah, it's definitely, I hope you can see all those little interactions in there. The squiggles, everything all kind of messed around in there. No, not hot on your lungs at all. as long as there's no open chamber. So if there was an open hole in there and I proceeded to bring it in, yes, I would burn my lungs because you would be breathing in fire. So you got to make sure it's completely sealed. All right, so I'm just going to round it out real quick, a little bit. But yeah, if you go to do that process, you got to make sure there are no open chambers in that. All right, so now we got all those little dots and implosions and spirals all over the place. I'm hoping you can kind of see the coolness of that. Can you guys see that? Okay. Can you see everything? I hope. It looks really cool. It's pretty trippy. Okay, now we have to separate this tube as well. So we're going to do it the same way. Just going to punty up to the front here. We're going to heat up the tube and blow it out and separate. It's like SpaceX. We're going to separate the two stages. So the rest of this is still tubing. I love this part. I never, ever, ever get bored of this. I always try and see how big can I, see how small that is? I always say, how big can I make the bubble? It's always a game. That's how I never get bored. I always say, how do I make it? Can I make it any bigger? We go bigger. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now we're left with that. Little tiny. Look at your face. See? And there we go. And that's how you separate tubing from that. So now we just have to refine it a little bit. Much easier to take this little bit off. Isn't that kind of cool? If you ever do a glass experience with me, you'd definitely be doing that. I always have everybody try that. It's so much fun. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you. I think it looks cool too, Dusty. Why do I have to heat the tongs? Oh, I always heat the tools. It can shock the glass. So if you're not careful, you can create a shock, a thermal shock with it. So the tools can, if they're too cold, it can kind of crack the glass a little bit. So it's just a good habit to get into. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it all the time, but I do it all the time because it's just a habit now. It won't hurt it to do that. Okay, so now we got this portion of that marble. We're going to take that other one we did, the little flower implosion. We're going to put those two together. Oh, I got to reverse this. Hold on. I got to reverse the flower. So this is the one we did first. Gonna do it right there. That was a little piece that went angry right there. All right, here we go. Now we're going to take these two and assemble them. Now this isn't going to be the biggest marble in the world, but it's going to be freaking cool. Marble doesn't have to be gigantic in order for it to be really cool. In fact, 3 of my favorite marbles on the planet are less than an inch in diameter. I absolutely refuse to sell them. They are so freaking cool. Just need to pull this little nipple off here. There. So now we got Mushroom Man right now. You can definitely see all those little implosions all over the place. And we're going to shrink it down, let that portion fold onto the rest of the marble. The blown up parts will get used again. They get turned into what's called frit, F-R-I-T. Show is top 3 marble. I don't know if I have them handy. I had them up here. I don't know if they're still here or somewhere far. But if I have them handy and nearby, I will show them to you. They're really freaking cool. Okay, so we're just bringing this down. See how we're kind of folding it down onto it? So this one will still be a good sized marble. This is going to be about 1.5 inches. Yeah, about 1.5. This is a good sized marble. And it will look pretty badass when it's done. Almost has a jellyfish look. Oh my gosh, hold on. It kind of has a jellyfish look on the inside. I'm going to let it, I have to let it cool off before I can bring it too far, but I don't know if you can see that. It kind of has this jellyfish look. That's kind of cool, actually. Sometimes they just turn out really good. How long did it take? I'm not someone that you really want to ask that question with, how long it took to master this craft. I grew up with it. So my mom started glassblowing when I was 2. So I grew up with it. So I've had a lot of experience being around it. But with that being said, I've seen people get really, really good in 6 months to a year. Like really fantastic. And I always tell people, you pick a direction, you go that direction. Let's say you want to make marbles as a career for a while. So you focus on your marbles, you learn them, you master them. And then when you get done mastering the marble, you say, I want to make shot glasses. So then you start diving into that while having the marble mastered. I don't recommend like going all over the board and trying to make everything. You know, find a lane, stick to it, and then master that process, and then move on to another item after that. I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to show you instead. I like showing people in stages. Okay, Dad? Yeah, well, don't listen to me, Dev. Do it your way. I only have 31 years of experience. All right, so there we are. And we're going to take it and we're going to melt the other end and get it kind of blended in. This is going to look really cool. I'm so happy about it. It looks really good. I will definitely do a short video on this. I will do a little video on this tomorrow. Just because it looks really good. Thank you, Groves. Person. Technically, this is called Lampworking. I hate the name. I really dislike the name Lampworking. Because every time you say I'm a lamp worker, people think you fix chandeliers or table lamps. But it is derived from these right here. This is a kerosene lamp antique from back in the day. And these were modified to a torch. That was the only heat source for a long time. So the term lamp working comes from modified kerosene lamps. But a lot of people call it torch work now. It's just a form of glass blowing. Okay, we've got to pull a little bit off here, a little bobble of garbage. Yeah, so you could do blown glass and smelted glass with this type of equipment all the time. But yeah, it's technically called lamp working. I wish it was like flame throwing, something better, but it's not. Okay, so now we just have to round this out. It's almost done. We're like 95% done with this. Thank you. If you have stuck around watching this, I appreciate you sticking around for it. It looks really cool though. I'm very happy with this. We kind of went all Maverick. Like I said, I call it going Maverick. We kind of went all Maverick on it tonight. Okay, a little bit of polish right there. Sorry. I live out in the boonies, so sometimes I hear stuff and it's like, is it Bigfoot? Make this one name it Maverick. Yeah, we can name it Maverick. All right, last little punchy transfer here. So again, the biggest question I always get when making marbles is how do you remove it from the stick, from the glass rod? And this is exactly how. You're going to see in just a moment. I didn't know this for the longest time. I was probably making glass for, oh my gosh, 8 or 9 years before I knew how to make a marble. I didn't know. I really had no idea how marbles were made. But we didn't have tools like Dragonfly creates now. We had to use wet newspaper. So wet newspaper was the source for kind of shaping things out. It still can be used today. Wet newspaper is a good alternative. Yeah, I'm almost done, Black. I'm almost done. Almost done. Like, give me another 45 seconds. I'm all good. Yeah, if there, I don't know. On YouTube, someone mentioned there's something called hype points. If you guys have hype points to spend, please send them my way. I would appreciate it. Apparently, it helps you a lot. Okay. Almost done. Got one little bobble in here. One tiny little bit. Super smooth right now. There's no flaw in this. Zero. No flaws. Okay, so there is basically the finished piece. Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Okay. And then we're going to grab the tool I was mentioning that Dragonfly makes. That is this right here. This is a marble holder. And they have graphite little cups here. Got to wait for this to cool down just a second. Heat this up. Then you come in and you grab it right here. Smooth it around, make sure it's all good. And then you just tap. So this is the fun part right here. You just tap. And then off. Leaves a tiny little punty mark right there, which you just take the flame and smooth that spot out. Now it's all done. I'm going to shine the light on it. Hopefully you guys can see it. If not, I apologize, but you can kind of, oh crap. All right, let me do a better job. There's the flower part in there. There's the back end with the uranium. The uranium won't show until it cools off, but yeah, that's it. It looks really good. I'm excited for this one. Actually, I'll just set it down there. I hope you guys can get a glimpse of that. Let's move that out of the way. So there's the brainy end. And there's the flower end. Oh, it looks good. I'm so happy. That thing looks amazing. Luckily, I have it on YouTube, so I know how to remake it. I know it looks like a sea anemone, right? Everybody sees something different with it, which is kind of cool. Okay, with that, I am definitely going to call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed having you. It's really kind of cool. I love live streaming. I think it's a really therapeutic thing for me. So, mods, thank you very much. Dusty, Dragonfly, Groves, Red Squeak, thank you very much for always being there. Mods are amazing. And yeah, I appreciate you. All right, I'm going to sign off on TikTok. TikTok, you have a good night. And then we're going to go to the 2 YouTubes, and you guys have a good night too, okay? Thank you for making my night better, my day. I appreciate you. Okay, we're going to end that one and end this one.